Entitled Geek, feed streaming music, Plex for Chromecast, iPhone finally sold on the China Mobile.
Entitled Geek is a proud member of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.
Hey, thanks everyone for checking out Entirely Geek. Before we begin our show, I just want to start off with Dan's tip of the week.
Well, thanks, Eric. This week, I'm going to be kind of talking about a kind of a revisit here. We actually did talk about this software in the past, and it's called PlayOn, which allows you to basically stream media from your computer to your TV, your Roku, your Xbox 360, PS3, whatever device you might have in your living room. Basically, it masquerades as a PC viewing a normal website, but all you see on your other end is your actual player playing the video on your TV. So I talked about that probably one of our first episodes. We talked about that software. Well, today I want to talk about kind of a companion software that goes along with that called Play Later. And Play Later basically allows you to DVR those things. So you can literally record the video off of CBS.com or NBC, and it's completely legal. It's basically the same as having a DVR. They even watermark every recording with your name and email address, kind of making it seem like, yeah, you recorded this at this date. It's your recording for your own personal use only. And basically they let you capture the video and then watch anytime you want, just like you would a DVR. And I'm currently using this feature. I'm trying to get my wife to cut the cord. So I'm kind of enticing her by saying, look, we can record, TV shows, that sort of thing, without having to have a subscription to a cable or a satellite provider. So kind of a cool software. Look for time to time, because PlayOn, the company that owns both products, will run specials. And what happened was, I think when I got mine, they ran a special for lifetime memberships, and I got everything for like $50, which means lifetime. You own it and it's done. A lot of times you'll pay like a quarterly fee for those things. You'll pay, $15-20 a quarter. I own it outright, and I don't have to ever pay again. I get all the updates for free. So
I have a question about PlayOn.
Sure.
So for PlayOn, do you guys, if you don't have a subscription, let's say, because I'm looking at the channels they offer, and they say they offer like Nickelodeon, they say they offer Spike, things like that. Is that because those are all the places that offer their shows on their websites? Right. So those, basically any content on their website pulls through on their channel. So when you go to the channel, you see all the videos. It's almost like they strip all the video out of the website and put it in a player for you. Okay. It's kind of the best way to describe it. You wouldn't be able to watch, if you wanted to watch Walking Dead, you wouldn't be able to. Unless AMC is putting it on their website. Which I don't see AMC on the... Now, keep in mind, though, they have their own official list of channels, and then people have built their own channels on top of that, too. So, people are constantly... You can actually go on the forums and find people that are actually building their own, custom channels. So, if there's a website you don't see on the main channel, it may be a custom plugin available for it, and there's actually a place to install custom plugins. Basically, any website that streams video online is a candidate for this software if somebody builds a little plugin for it. Now, okay, so let me ask you this. How does that work with the legality side of it? So let's say I have my own website that I built that, takes things illegally, let's say, but then you build a channel for it and you're using PlayOn for it. Then is it legal? Well, the thing is, okay, so what the PlayOn software does is totally legal. Now, if you're streaming something from an already legal source, well, I think you can do the math on that if it makes it legal or not. You know what I mean? So nope, I can't do math. Yeah. Just think of it this way: is like if you were filming someone else doing illegal watching video, it'd be the same thing, I guess. I mean, it's just a different way of viewing it. It's almost like looking at it through a computer or through a TV screen. It's the same thing. So it doesn't change the legality. It doesn't reverse it and make it magical and make it legal. It's basically the way it's supposed to be used is supposed to be used with legal sites and that sort of thing. And it's kind of a gray line. They really can't do anything about it because the way the software portrays itself to the website is, I'm just a user on the internet on a browser. But really the browser window's hidden and it's actually broadcasting that to the TV. But there's nothing illegal about that. And there's nothing illegal about copying it either. They've been around for quite some time, and they've been tested legally in some cases, and they haven't gone away yet. So... yeah, so it's like I said, as long as you don't overuse it. Like I said, I got a special deal. I want to say it just varies, honestly. Wait for them to have a special is what I would do. If you go to playon.tv, they'll have available for my Mac. That's a good point. It is only. I forgot to mention that it is PC only. Yeah, so you were telling me lies then, basically. I wasn't telling you lies.
I just forgot to mention that it is PC only. I use it on my main PC box over in the corner there.
So lifetime, they say, for Play On and Play Later is $69 one time right now.
Okay, so they're running it because that's definitely like it's ranged. It's been at one point with like 100 for each, so they've definitely come down, or they're running a special right now. So that's definitely not bad. If you think about it, if you're going to cut the cord, for example, and use this as a tool in that arsenal, then you definitely get your money back over time. And plus, you own it, and they constantly update it with new features, new channels, and make sure old channels keep working.
And it's available for your iOS, but not your Mac. I'm confused, but anyway.
Yeah, well, it can stream to iOS. So you can basically watch the channels you record, or the channels you watch live. Basically TV, not live TV, but TV from the internet on your phone. Especially, like, for example, CBS only streams with Flash, but you could watch that Flash video on your iPhone, basically.
Sweet. That's cool.
Yeah. So, kind of cool.
All right, Dan. Well, hey, moving to our first story, we have it coming from CNET, and it is a pretty cool article. You like Pandora, you like Spotify, all these different streaming music companies coming out right now, or have been out for a little while. Well, Beats, as you know, as a headphone company, not this headphone, because this is not Beats, but they look pretty cool too.
Hey, what is that? What is that company, by the way, you're wearing right now?
I don't know. It's called Jeremiah's headsets, because Daddy doesn't know where his is.
It looks kind of like it's multicolored, like it's like preschool or something like that.
And I won't be able to hear you for a moment, but it actually has whatever his name is.
Oh, okay, Captain America.
Captain America on the side. So
nice.
It's pretty cool. Yep. So anyway, but Beats, as most people know, are headphones that work amazing. They also have the Beat Jelly Bean, or whatever it's called now. Well, the creator of Beats has decided to move along the same way and become a competitor for Spotify. This should be happening as of January. So I just wanted to throw in that article a little bit and kind of talk about it. I have some pros and cons for myself. One pro, I think it's awesome because it's a new. They know music already, so maybe it'll spin the streaming music a little bit differently. But my negative is, do we really need another streaming company?
Okay, interesting. Interesting. So yeah, I currently think I use Spotify, which is free basically, but I don't actually use any of the other paid ones. I've tried back in the day Rhapsody. I've done Spotify paid, RDO. I've tried the iTunes Radio. I've also tried Google Music. I mean, they're all kind of similar in a way. You pay a fee, or they have a free service, and you get almost all the new songs out there, that sort of thing. I definitely think it's the new model. It seems like it's kind of, I think going forward, it even might be the new radio. And what I'm looking forward to is basically like a better Spotify, if possible. A free service that is maybe has to be a little bit ad supported, whatever. But basically all the music that's out there in one place, I can listen to it. Beats is supposedly known for optimizing their sound to be better. I don't know. There's a lot of debate out there about that, if they actually do or not. A lot of people think that Beats audio sucks. I don't know. I think they're definitely expensive. That's for sure. But I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really in that camp. I'm not an audiophile or anything, so I can't speak to that specifically. But maybe they can bring something different, unique. They have unique ties to the music industry. I know a lot of artists are partnering with them to create their own headphones and accessories. So it'll be one more company in that camp, and I think that can't be a bad thing per se. So I'm looking forward to welcoming all competitors basically.
Well, that's good, because it's another one, because we have Pandora, Spotify, Google, iTunes, Rhapsody. There'll be Beats. People that might know it already as Daisy, because it had its code name Daisy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next few months, because it should be coming out in January. So we'll see.
Definitely.
All right, moving right along to gigaom.com. This is something that Dan has been waiting for, but then he's kind of changed his mind a little bit, not because of the performance or anything with it, but just because of the time that they took to deliver it, which is Plex for Chromecast. and they're looking at they're hinting at a new launch. And so, Dan, I'm gonna let you run with this one. You were super excited about it, and you changed. Why? And what would give any? Why would you want someone to buy it?
So, well, it's not that I'm like super excited now. I changed. You know, it is timing. I got the Chromecast when it first came out. You know, it's awesome. It's like $35. This little device can stream, you know, media from any, you know, your iOS device, your computer, or whatnot, right to your TV. I thought, wow, what a great idea! How simple! What a simple concept. Well done, well executed. I mean, I was able to install it in that day. My wife was using Netflix and Hulu on it. Not Hulu, because Hulu was available, but YouTube. And super easy to use, you know what I mean? And that's what you want for an device, that you sit down, you pull your iPad up, and you're using it in minutes. Super user-friendly. And that's what it had going for it. Now, the negative side of Chromecast was that there wasn't a ton of apps, I guess the best way to put it, or services for it. Hulu Plus came later. They've announced HBO Go now is with it as well. And now there's some hints at Plex being available as well. Now, Plex, it's still not official, by the way. They're saying they found an XML file and some code somewhere, so we'll see. But basically, Plex basically allows you to run like a media server. It's very similar to Windows Media Center, or trying to think of another one, XBMC. Not really XBMC, it's more of the front end. But Plex basically allows you to stream media from a computer to a TV or another device, your iPhone, iPad, whatever. So you have one central server with all your media on it and stream it out by connecting to this Plex server. I just recently acquired a Roku 3, and I'm going to be hopefully using it to kind of make cutting the cord easier by using, you know, Hulu Plus and Netflix, and having things like Plex and having things like PlayOn, like we described earlier in the show, allow me to watch pretty much all the shows I want. Plus, I have a huge collection of movies. I've been burning movies forever, and I've got, like, whenever I get a new DVD,
your own movies, right?
Yeah, of course. Like, basically, I have I'm slowly working through it. It takes me forever, but I'm cataloging all my Blu-ray movies instead of having to go to my shelf and pull them out, which honestly, my shelf is doubled up. So I got to pull movies out to get to the movies behind them sometimes, and it's much better to be able to go in there and just literally archive them for, of course, my own personal usage, which is you know, the fair and right way to do it. But basically, having them all on a server, I can, you know, call it up with something like Plex and basically be able to play it. And I was waiting for Chromecast, but in the meantime, I got a Roku, and Roku already supports Plex. Plex.
Cool,
yeah. So
now a question. So with you being, you know, sidetrack real quick, with you being able to do it, that's because of your server, or your external hard drive is the way that it works. Is why you're able to do that, right? With the videos. Yeah,
but anyone with like a older PC laying around or something like that could do that too. It doesn't take.
Gotcha. It
doesn't take. I have a Synology NAS system, which has got quite a bit of built-in software, and it actually runs my media as well. But if you had an old computer laying around with some decent power to it, if you have a smart TV, for example, you could hook it to that and watch all your movies off of the computer. It would work just fine. I did that for several years before I had my other one. I used Windows Media Center, or I used third-party software to turn my computer basically into a DLNA server, basically. So you don't have to have the NAS that I have now, but it helps for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. One more way to do it. We're not going to get rid of the Chromecast at all, for sure, but it's just one more way to watch. And what might be nice is that later on, we have two TVs, one in the living room, one in the bedroom. Down the road, we'll probably upgrade the one in the bedroom and put a Chromecast on it. And what it allows us to do is actually stream our Netflix or our local content to that TV as well. Yeah, so I do look forward to it. Yeah, so instead of having just one TV with the Roku on it, the Chromecast will allow me to basically do whatever I want, wherever I'm at, in whatever room, basically. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Should be.
Well, moving right along to TechCrunch.com, we have an article which I'm kind of excited about. I don't know why I'm that excited about it, but I think it's just because I'm an Apple fan in general. And it's that Apple is finally in the process of getting on the China Mobile's network. China Mobile is the largest cell phone carrier in the world, with more than 700 million subscribers on its network. So for them to finally get on there, because they, as me and Dan talked earlier, they are on the other two companies that China uses, But now for them to be on the China Mobile will be a huge influx of subscribers for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, basically, what was mentioned before, not in this article, but in other articles, is that China Mobile is one of the biggest carriers in China, 700 million subscribers. On top of that, from what I hear as well, that they also carry most of the more affluent users, which obviously can afford the iPhone 5 and that sort of thing. Correct. So, big win. I mean, obviously, it's more market share for Apple. And as we're looking at, closely, obviously worldwide numbers, Android's showing quite heavy, numbers. But if we were to dial that back and look at actual premium smartphone, it's, in my opinion, it's closer to half and half, if not a little bit more on Apple's side, frankly.
And they in the article it talked about how it will be an additional 20 million iPhones in 2014,
mm-hmm.
and then an increase of 17% for that year. That's huge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Getting into China, and the iPhone's been huge in China for a long time. That's why part of the reason why I think that the prices on eBay and other sites are going up so much is that people wanted that phone, even though they couldn't get it for their carrier. They would unlock it, bring it over, hack it, whatever they got to do to get the phone over there. So having it on the network is going to be huge for Apple. I'm curious to see what that'll do to the global market for reselling iPhones too, if that'll change at all.
Yeah.
So interesting to watch.
I think it probably will. Especially, I mean, you think about just the world market of who has accessibility to iPhones now, who needs to buy, in all honesty, on the black market anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. No, that'll be interesting to see what happens.
We gave up those days a while ago, haven't we?
Yes, somewhat.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking in and watching our show for the week. We do apologize for the weeks that we're not here. Thank you for bearing with us for those that do. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free. Again, as you can see from me looking at you right now, you are on our video again. Here and there, we're going to try it out. Hopefully it'll last longer than one episode, but we shall see.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm trying a new solution out. I'm using XSplit, and supposedly it allows us to basically broadcast live eventually, but I'm not even trying to get that. I'm just trying to record locally right now. But it allows us to switch screens, so you may see some screen switching here, and you may have seen me fumble a little bit when I'm trying to do this and talk about things in the show. Kind of multitasking here, but basically, going forward, I hope that this improves the quality of the show and makes it more entertaining, and you can see what it is. Maybe even in the future we'll even do live prep. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We had quite a bit of technical things today going wrong for some reason, but at least we're here, and I think the show itself will actually come out pretty darn good, so I'm excited for it.
Well, again, if you want to be on our show, please contact us. We're looking for people. Again, I'm in the Navy, so time is of an essence a lot of times, and we're both working people. So if you are interested in being on the show, writing your own not writing your own podcast, writing your own blogs, or you just have comments that you continuously want to air somewhere, let us know. We'll be more than happy to have you on the show.
Yeah, definitely. All
right, I am at Speaker of Truth.
And I am at Dan the Tech Guru. Have a great week, everybody.
7 million listeners.